There is a metal on your body right now. It might be holding your spine together. It could be the reason a fighter jet flies at twice the speed of sound. It's inside the rockets that leave Earth and inside the sunscreen you put on this morning. This metal is titanium. And here's the thing. It is the 9th most abundant element on the entire planet. It's literally everywhere. In rocks, in sand, in the ocean floor beneath your feet. But pure titanium, that almost doesn't exist in nature. Turning raw rock into this extraordinary metal is one of the most complex industrial processes ever invented. And today, we're going to see exactly how it's done, step by step, from a beach in Australia to the wing of a Boeing 787. Our story begins in 1791 in a small creek in Cornwall, England. A young clergyman named William Gregor was studying the black magnetic sand in a local stream. When he analyzed it, he found an element nobody had ever seen before. He called it monazite, after the valley where he found it. Just 4 years later, a German chemist named Martin Heinrich Klaproth found the same element in a different mineral called Rutile. He gave it a more powerful name, titanium, after the Titans, the giant gods of ancient Greek mythology. But here was the problem. For over 100 years after its discovery, nobody could actually use titanium. Pure titanium was nearly impossible to produce. Every attempt resulted in a brittle, contaminated mess. Scientists knew this metal had extraordinary potential, but it was trapped inside rock, and they had no way to set it free. That changed in 1940 when a Luxembourg metallurgist named William Kroll fled Nazi-occupied Europe and arrived in the United States with a secret process he had spent years perfecting. His method, later called the Kroll Process, finally unlocked titanium for the modern world. By the 1950s, the U.S. military was using it in aircraft. By the 1960s, it was in space. Today, it's in hospitals, submarines, sports cars, and your sunscreen. So how does this process work? Let's go inside the factory. Step 1. You need to find it. Titanium in its raw form exists in 2 main minerals, Ilmenite and Rutile. Neither of them looks anything like the shiny metal you're imagining. Ilmenite looks like black sand. Seriously. Most of the world's titanium mining happens on beaches in Australia, South Africa, and India, where millions of tons of black mineral sand lie just beneath the surface. Giant floating dredges scrape the seabed and coastlines, pulling up this sand. Magnetic separators then extract the titanium-bearing minerals from all the other grains of ordinary sand. What comes out is a dark, heavy concentrate, still not titanium yet, but we're getting closer. Step 2. You have to transform it. This is where it gets extraordinary. The titanium ore is fed into a giant reactor and heated to 900 degrees Celsius. That's hotter than molten lava, along with chlorine gas. The result? A chemical called titanium tetrachloride. It's a yellowish liquid at room temperature. Not exactly impressive looking, but inside this liquid is the purest form of titanium that has ever existed in nature up to this point. Next, this liquid is pumped into a sealed steel reactor filled with molten magnesium. When the two react, the magnesium strips away the chlorine, and what's left behind is pure titanium, but not in the form you'd expect. It comes out looking like a gray, porous, crumbling sponge. Titanium sponge. And it is exactly as strange as it sounds. Step 3. You have to melt it twice. The titanium sponge is crushed, compressed into large blocks, and loaded into a vacuum arc furnace. This is one of the most extreme manufacturing environments on the planet. A massive electric arc, thousands of amperes of electricity, blasts through the titanium, melting it into a liquid at over 1,600 degrees Celsius. All the oxygen is removed from the container because at this temperature, titanium reacts violently with oxygen. Even a tiny amount would ruin the entire batch. The molten metal is then poured into a mold and allowed to cool into a solid cylinder called an ingot. In the United States, a single ingot weighs around 4,000 kilograms and is 76 centimeters wide. This process is usually done twice or even 3 times to make sure every part of the metal is perfectly consistent. Because titanium is used where failure is not an option. Aerospace, medicine, defense. Step 4. Now you shape it into something that will change the world. The cooled ingot is sent to specialist manufacturers. Using hydraulic presses that generate thousands of tons of force, the titanium is forged and rolled into sheets, rods, tubes, and plates. And now, This is where it gets used. In aerospace, titanium makes up roughly 15% of a Boeing 787 Dreamliner. Every part of the plane that experiences extreme heat or stress. Engine parts, wing joints, landing gear, titanium. In medicine, titanium is the only metal the human body does not reject. Hip replacements, knee implants, dental screws, spinal rods. The reason patients walk out of hospital after major surgery is partly because of this metal. In everyday life, your sunscreen. Titanium dioxide, the white compound derived from the same mining process, is in sunscreen, white paint, white food coloring, and even toothpaste. The same metal, from fighter jets to your bathroom cabinet. Now let's talk about the facts that will genuinely surprise you. Fact 1. Titanium is 45% lighter than steel, but equally as strong. That single fact is why the aerospace industry exists as we know it today. Fact 2. Despite being one of the most abundant metals on Earth, titanium is 35 times more expensive than steel to produce. The Kroll process, invented in 1940, is still the only viable method we have. Every attempt to find a cheaper alternative has failed. Fact 3. The SR-71 Blackbird, the fastest aircraft ever built, capable of flying at 3,500 kilometers per hour, was built from 93% titanium. The U.S. government secretly purchased Soviet-mined titanium during the Cold War through shell companies to build the plane designed to spy on the Soviet Union. You cannot make that up. Fact 4. Titanium is biocompatible, meaning when it is placed inside the human body, the bones literally grow around it, fusing with it permanently. No other common metal does this. Fact 5. Titanium dioxide, the white pigment form, is so safe that it is literally approved as a food coloring in many countries. It's what makes white icing sugar white. The world is full of objects that we use every single day without ever thinking about how extraordinary they actually are. Titanium was discovered in a creek by a priest in 1791. It took 150 years before anyone could produce it in pure form. Today, it holds people's bones together, carries passengers across continents, and protects astronauts from the heat of re-entry. Every simple object has a story that's anything but simple. That's exactly what this channel is about. If you want to keep uncovering the hidden history and science behind the everyday objects around you, hit subscribe and come back for the next one, The Object Files. We open the case on everything,